And good evening, everyone, and welcome to The 7. I'm Bo Williams. Let's get a look at what's happening right now. Topping the list tonight, a police investigation underway after a teen was shot and killed overnight in East Knoxville. Knoxville police were dispatched to Louise Avenue. This happened right around 12:15 a.m. Upon arriving, they found a 16-year-old boy in a backyard. Now, the boy had been shot at least once, and after multiple attempts to save his life, he was pronounced dead at the scene. The executive director of Drums Up, Guns Down Knoxville says he hopes the youth, along with other prevention programs, continue to stand up against gun violence.
Prayers out to the family that just experienced this recent incident, and just to the people and all the people that's doing these, have gun violence prevention programs, violence interruption programs. Let's just keep doing what we can do, keep doing the best that we can, and keep on doing the work. And even if you don't have a program, like, you see something, say something, just step up.
This investigation remains in the early stages. No suspect has been identified at this time. On to our second Big 7 story for you. A man facing multiple attempted first-degree murder charges after a shooting in northwest Knoxville Friday night. Knoxville police say 32-year-old Devontae Gamble has been charged with 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder, 1 count of aggravated burglary, and more. One of the victims says she was away from her home and, thanks to her doorbell camera, spotted 2 men trying to break into her home off Thomas Street. The victims go on to say they encountered a car they believe was the suspect's vehicle near the intersection of Dakota Avenue and O'Neill Street. Police add that the passenger in the vehicle fired multiple rounds at the victim's car. No one was hit, but the car was damaged. During the investigation, Gamble was identified, charged, and taken into custody. Police say they are still searching now for the other suspect. Next on our list for you tonight, a man has been caught after investigators say a burglary turned into a shooting in Madisonville last night. Now, the burglary took place at the Checkered Flag Market off of Highway 411. When officers arrived, they found several bullet casings and bullet holes in the walls and windows of the building. They spoke to a witness who claimed to see the suspect, Leonidas Vague, leave the market on foot. They then searched the area and found Vague dressed in all black with gloves and a ski mask. Officers said they also found 2 pistols and a backpack full of stolen goods from the market. According to police, Vague later admitted that the 2 pistols were also stolen in a previous burglary. The investigation still ongoing. Big medical warning tonight. That's next on our 7 at 7 list. Tennessee Department of Health reporting a confirmed measles case here in the Volunteer State over the weekend. And the department sharing the case was in Middle Tennessee. Measles, as you may know, is a highly contagious respiratory illness that spreads through the air. Symptoms can appear 7 to 14 days after someone comes in contact with the virus, and those symptoms include a fever, runny nose, cough, and a red rash that starts on your head and then moves down your body. Dr. Megan Edwards with the Knox County Health Department says the best way to deal with measles, well, is to prevent it.
Unlike things like COVID or flu, we don't have great antivirals for measles. The treatment is mainly supportive, so many people can recover at home, but some do need hospital care. The measles vaccine is one of the best vaccines we've ever made. With just those 2 doses, you can have 97% protection for your entire life.
If you do believe that you have measles, Dr. Edwards says you should stay home to prevent it from spreading and contact your health provider, to determine the next steps. All right, going down our Big 7 list for you, a pipeline of drugs being trafficked from Michigan into Tennessee disrupted in Knox County. The 313 initiative is a concerted effort by numerous law agencies to help dismantle these trafficking organizations. We're told the organizations are from the Detroit area and have chosen Knox and surrounding counties to distribute drugs. Knox County District Attorney General tells us agencies are using all resources available to stop the pipeline, using traditional detective work and 21st century technology.
This initiative specifically targets taking the drugs off the streets. And the reason we take those drugs off the streets is to try to lower the criminal activity, lower the drug use, and thus lower the deaths. And so that's one thing that we have seen this initiative be very successful in, is removing drugs from the streets.
The initiative has seized around 150 pounds of meth, about 80 pounds of fentanyl or heroin, and about $800,000. Continuing through the Big 7 at 7 for you, reports of students injured after a school bus crashed this morning. It happened along Ponders Gap Road in Roane County. A tree reportedly stopped the bus from rolling further off the road. 21 students were aboard at the time of the crash. 2 were taken to the hospital. Tennessee Highway Patrol is investigating. Of course, we'll keep you updated when we learn more. And for our final Big 7 story of the night, an injured hiker was rescued from the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Tennessee Army National Guard says the injured hiker was reported near the Ramsey Cascades waterfall just east of Gatlinburg Saturday afternoon. A 5-man unit was mobilized and took off from McGee-Tyson Air Base. A few minutes later, the unit found the hiker with park rangers and members of TEMA. After landing at UT Medical Center, the hiker was rushed to the emergency room for treatment. No additional details have been provided at this time.